exciting is it to live in a time where it's really tough for most people to be happy, healthy, fit, strong and positive? Isn't it easy to be happy, healthy, fit and strong when everything's going great? But I'm so excited to watch the people who right now, when the world's under challenge, when everybody seems to be panicking, when there seems to be a big hassle in the world, when there's a bug, germ, virus trying to attack the human race and we're all really scared, when I say we are all really scared, isn't it exciting not to be one of those people? When you're fit, when you're strong, when you've got a positive attitude, when you've got a strong immune system, when you are a passionate, positive person about life, isn't it awesome to be that person for other people? So at a time when everybody else is challenged, at a time when people are panicking, at a time when people are locked away, they can't go to the gym, they can't live their normal lives, isn't this the time for you to shine? I'm watching the people who are stepping up and becoming stronger and more passionate and being solution finders. I've got max exercise professionals who have put their business online immediately. They're providing happy, fun, passionate, positive exercise classes and information for their world. People who would never walk into their gym or never walk into their personal training studio or never come to their boot camp, they are now helping those people to be healthy, fit and strong because of the challenge they've put themselves online. So as an exercise professional, as a parent, as a teacher, as a coach, as a leader, as a pastor, as an exercise professional, do you have an option to be weak? Do you have an option to be unhealthy? Do you have an option to not be the most passionate, positive person in your world? And I'm going to hope that, like me, you don't have an option. You have to be strong. We've got scared kids. We've got people who have never been through a worldwide crisis. Now, when you're as old as me, and I get excited about it because in my lifetime, came in and I worked out we've had at least 7 where there's been massive challenges to the entire world. We had AIDS, we've had Ebola, we've had SARS, we've had the swine flu, we've had the Spanish flu, we've had the world financial crisis, we've had stock market crashes, we've had bushfires, we've had floods, we've had earthquakes, we've had an enormous number of Mother Nature going cranky. And every single time, not only has the world got through it, but it's the passionate, positive, powerful people who are solution finders who have helped the world to get through it. So we have an option. As an exercise professional, we've actually got the answer to this particular challenge. And for the first time in history, I couldn't be more excited. Because up until now, we've talked about being fit and strong and healthy, to have ripped abdominals, tight butt cheeks, tight inner thighs and nice arms. And people have talked about macros and body fat percentages and how many times a week you should train and all the fanatical things about exercise. But finally, we are talking about why being fit and strong is so important to your health, to your immune system, to your mental health. And if you are helping people, particularly who are parents, teachers, coaches, pastors, medical professionals are really under pressure right now. Prime ministers, presidents, people who are in the government, they're under massive amounts of pressure right now. They need to be looked after. So please be the exercise professional that gives out information that people can think about, consider and do. Remember, when you give out information about exercise, about fitness, about strength, about healthy eating, people should be saying, wow, that sounds simple, I can do that. And even if you're offering exercise programs to people who like to exercise for 30 minutes or 45 minutes or an hour, be aware that they will have people in their lives who don't want to exercise or can't because they're not fit enough to do 30 minutes or 45 minutes. Are you providing an option for people to exercise for seconds or minutes at a time? And are you giving out information that people can actually stick to? If you give people fanatical diets and can't have, mustn't have, don't have, shouldn't have eating plans and exercise programs that go for hours and hours, yes, there'll be people who want to do that, but most people won't. Most people, and I'm coming to you from New Zealand during the lockdown of 4 weeks, the things that people bought before they went into lockdown was alcohol, chocolate, biscuits, chips, And unfortunately, there is a huge business in New Zealand for drugs, for pharmaceutical and recreational drugs, so people can forget about their terrible life. Well, I feel as an exercise professional that I have a responsibility to make sure that people have a happy, healthy, fit, strong life. I want to be a solution finder. And is it likely that people that are locking themselves down with alcohol, biscuits, chocolate and drugs are quite unlikely to be interested in exercise for long periods of time? But if we can get the message out there that if you're fit and strong, you'll have a strong immune system, you're less likely to get sick. If you do get sick, you'll recover quicker and it won't come back again. If we can get the message out that having a strong hormonal system means that people won't get, or less likely to get, depressed, they're less likely for their hormones to take control of their body and they feel down and miserable and horrible because they're fit and strong. If we can get that message out there and then provide people with short, sharp exercise programs that they can do several times throughout the day, not big long ones that they would do a couple of times a week, is it possible that the acute benefit of exercise, the immediate benefit of exercise, is that we pump happy drugs into our brain, we feel good, we feel happy, we feel like we can provide solutions for our family and friends. And once again, those parents and teachers and coaches and pastors that have to provide moral support for the people in their lives who are panicking, those people have to be really fit and have to be really strong. If that's you, do you have to be really fit and do you have to be really strong? And if the answer is yes, please make sure that we're getting puffed several times throughout the day, so we're pumping happy drugs into our brain so that we're thinking more clearly. And my favourite, of course, is brain-derived neurotropic factor, which pumps the most. It's the hormone that gets into your brain and provides the best stimulus for brain growth, neurogenesis. That happens when you get puffed. So instead of suggesting for people to have a 35, 40-minute exercise program 3-4 times a week, what if we suggested that they do 10 seconds, 15 seconds of high intense activity where they get really, really puffed, and they do that several times throughout the day? There are some people that have got an alarm on their watch and on their clock, and I'm one of them. At least every 20 minutes I'm up and sprinting because I need to think clearly, I need to be de-stressed, I need to be able to add value to my world. And of course the only way to do that is if you are fit and strong and you've got those happy drugs in your brain. So yes, let's focus on the long-term benefit of being fit and strong, which is a strong body, strong bones, great digestive system that works effectively to get vitamins and minerals pumping around our body, a strong hormonal system so that we stay positive and happy, a strong hormonal system so that when we put cortisol into our body from stress, if we get stressed, the hormonal response is that we either fight or we flight. Now, it's great if you can sprint because it means you can run away from the challenge. But if you're a family man, if you're a mum, if you're a leader, if you're a pastor, if you're a coach, you can't run. You have to take your entire congregation, your entire family, your entire team with you. So either everybody gets really fit so everybody can run, or we fight. And if it's a virus, if it's a disease, if it's a challenge, surely as a leader we need to be a fighter, not a flighter. So when your body fills up with cortisol, which is awesome by the way, because it means your body's under stress and it can cope because you can either run or you can fight, let's make sure that we can fight, which means we have to be fit and we have to be strong. The only other option or the only other thing that your body will do is it will shut down, it'll panic. So if you can't run, and if you know physiologically and psychologically that you can't run and you can't fight, then you'll automatically shut down and panic. And of course, as leaders, we can't afford to do that. As a parent, I don't imagine that you can afford to do that. As a leader, as a pastor, you have to be strong mentally and physically. So make sure that you are, please, and make sure that everybody else in your world knows how easy it is to get fit and to get strong, which is to get puffed and to lift heavy. And let's make sure we give people a message that they can easily understand and they walk away saying, that sounds simple, I can do that, and then they actually do it. As an exercise professional, from my heart to yours, this is a very exciting time for us. We get to set the example, live the example, be the example, and then give out this very powerful message that being fit and strong is the best thing that you can do for your body right now. So please be the strong person for all the people in your world. And if you are online already, get that message out there really quickly. If you're not online yet and you are an exercise professional, please make sure that the message that you've got to share gets out to as many people as possible. Most importantly, I think parents need the message to exercise at home with their kids. There's elite athletes who are stuck at home who may end up with some dodgy exercise program because their coach doesn't understand anatomy and physiology. So they end up with shearing forces through their joints over the next 4 weeks or 6 weeks. Wouldn't that be terrible? So if you are an exercise professional who specialises in athletes, what a great opportunity for you. If you are involved with or you understand what happens with the immune system when you exercise, people who have cancer, people who have coronary heart disease, type 2 diabetes, people who have immune deficiencies or immune challenges with their body right now are more susceptible. They're more likely to get sick. So they'll be looking for exercise professionals to help them. And obviously people who can't go to the gym or can't go to a personal trainer or can't go into their normal class will be desperately looking for a place to exercise. So please make sure if you are an exercise professional that your message gets out to your world in the best way possible, in the most unique and special way possible. And last but not least, if you are not qualified yet as a max exercise professional, what a great opportunity to complete your qualification and get qualified. And what a beautiful opportunity to do your final knowledge check. Because as I always share with people, your final knowledge check is not about the knowledge in your program. I trust that you as an exercise professional will want to get the best knowledge possible and have the most in-depth understanding of anatomy and physiology and how the human body works. Your final knowledge check is how you get that message out to the world. And right now is your greatest opportunity to get your message out to your world. So please use, if you're not qualified yet, please use this opportunity to put your excitement, motivation and passion about exercise and about being healthy, fit and strong onto a video, an audio, a written blog, and that will be part of your final qualification missions. Isn't that exciting? Max is a program that wants you to be a top-level exercise professional. We're here to make sure that you do that. So if you are already, thank you. And if you're not yet, please use this time to complete your program and be able to call yourself a qualified exercise professional, just what the world needs right now.